Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Disney Morning Show starring Kyle. What's your middle initial, Kyle?
R.
Kyle R. Burbank. That's right. I know what that R stands for. And Doobie, that's not even my real first name, Mosley. And we're going to catch you up on what's going on in the world of Disney and otherwise this morning. And it's been a busy morning. I create these shows at night, the night before, and then just add in anything new that comes in the morning. Sometimes there's almost nothing, and sometimes there's. So let's get into it. So let's take a look at that Disney stock price this morning. Quick refresh. So yesterday we were in the 98s. We're up to 99.25. I think, Kyle, if I'm not mistaken, you have your sell order at 100 because you don't think it's going to go any higher than that. Is that right?
No, that's not true. But
That's not true. Okay. So, but looking good, looking good. Maybe we're heading back into three digits again. That would be lovely to see from the Walt Disney Company.
you look like you're gonna say something.
I was, and then I remembered I'm not supposed to say anything.
Good morning and welcome to another LP Disney weather report. I know there's something in the wake of your smile. I get a notion from the look in your eyes. Yeah, you've built a love, but that love falls apart. Your little piece of heaven turns too dark. Listen to your heart. When he's calling for you, listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where you're going, and I don't know why, but listen to your heart before you tell him goodbye. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim is sunny and 75 today. Walt Disney World is pretty toasty for fall, with a high of 86 that will feel like 93. Castaway Cay will be windy today with a high of 81. And I'm thinking they just want me to sound like a broken record. Meanwhile, Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point will be 82 for most of the day and will be a bit breezy.
I'm breezy.
Disneyland Paris is mostly clear tonight and temps are falling into the upper 40s as we speak. Tokyo will be sunny but crisp tomorrow, with a high of just 58. Shanghai will be overcast tomorrow and warm to a 67-degree high. Lastly, Hong Kong shall be 78 tomorrow with partly cloudy to sunny skies. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
What song was that? Was that Listen to Your Heart?
Yeah.
I'm guessing
Good
that
guess.
based on the fact he said that, but I didn't recognize it. I guess you don't know the words to that song. All right, let's get started on what's happening this morning. I think this just dropped early this morning, so we don't have it quite on our site yet. So I'm going to use the Disney Parks blog to talk about. Is that because it's breaking news or because this is like a poster?
Because it's actually breaking news.
Okay, yeah. So the Disney Parks blog has released some additional, or frankly, a lot of the details for Christmas at the Disneyland Resort this year. So we're going to go through a bit of it. It's November 15th is when it kicks off. It goes all the way through January 6th. Let's look at some of the new stuff they got. Here you are looking at. What are you looking at here? Come on, Dewey.
It's the second one. Coco's something or other.
There we go. This is Mirabelle's Gifts of the Season. So you can see that. That is new this year, Paradise Park, Monday through Friday. Interesting. Some of these are only Monday through Friday, so do keep that in mind.
Because I think we'll get to the other one. So part of this, flipping ahead, is that sorry, I forget what it's called. Let me look. But it's only going to be on Saturdays and Viva Navidad is only going to be Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay. And this is just some of the variety acts that perform around Disney California Adventure. They did say there are going to be more of those this year. Those tend to be very popular. The Toy Soldiers will be returning from last year. This was a fun show. We did that. I remember doing that on a live stream. Is this Viva Navidad? Yes, as you said, the street party will be returning on the weekends. There's also a musical Christmas with Mariachi Alegria, Disneyland y Miguel, which was that first image up there. That is Monday through Friday, and that is new this year. Let's see, and also new this year over at Disneyland will be, I don't know if we have that. I'm sure they have a picture for it. There we go. Is you're going to be able to see Santa Claus and other favorites at the Fantasyland Theater this year in kind of a bigger thing with Disney characters coming through. They did something. They used the Fantasyland Theater for a meet and greet for something else. Kyle, what was that?
Pixar Fest kind of had a show, but then also some meet and greets.
Yeah, so that's new this year. And then also returning, we've got Christmas Fantasy Parade, Disney Holiday Dance Party in Tomorrowland, Believe in Holiday Magic Fireworks, which I can't believe are still going 20 plus years later. World of Color, Season of Light will be returning. So all of this is on the Disney Parks blog right now. We're working through it. It'll be on Laughing Place in the not too distant future. As the holidays are coming, November 15th. That is 8 days away. Yes. Next up, we have Kyle.
So as I teased yesterday, Benji got to speak with Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear, the songwriters from Moana 2, about their about joining the team, how they got the gig, kind of what it's like to write songs that are likely going to end up in a bunch of like Disney park shows and all sorts of things, just going to live on forever. So that was a fun interview. And then on top of that, yesterday we talked about how the new song Beyond from Moana 2 was going to be playing on Sirius XM Disney Hits, and today you can stream it for yourself. It's on all the streaming services, and we also got the full track list for Moana 2.
Do we know when the actual soundtrack is released?
It might be in there. Let me see.
Sorry.
Let me check that.
Yeah, you check that out. I get the next one ready for you. I won't be as delayed as I was this time.
Let's see. Well, the movie comes out November 22nd. That is also when the soundtrack comes out the 22nd.
Okay. So you said, but the whole track list is available now?
Yeah.
That's scary. I mean, does it give away the whole movie?
I didn't read it for that reason, but no, it doesn't usually. Especially when they're in like, I don't know the exact language, but they're in a foreign language.
Oh, okay. Because if one of them's like named Moana's Death, that tends to be
that's one of the things you worry about.
All right.
Next, yesterday when Jeremiah was at the Magic Kingdom, he noticed that the People Mover was randomly down and covered with these little pipe and drapes. It wasn't on the refurb schedule, so we didn't know what was going on, and it's back open. So we still don't really know what was going on. We'll have to go back and check it out. But for now, that's how it is.
Yay, People Mover's back. By far the most important thing going on today. All right. Getting back to the holidays, this time at Walt Disney World, the gingerbread display over at the Contemporary is taking shape, back for its 13th year. It's a display inspired by the castle over at the Magic Kingdom. Over 4,000 castle gingerbread bricks in use here. And you can also, of course, buy a bunch of treats over here. Ooh, construction. They will be selling treats, including Linzer cookies, house-made Christmas tree butter cookie, which would definitely be my choice. And beverages include hot cocoa and winterberry freeze, both available just to make Kyle happy with alcohol kickers. And just a monorail ride away at the Grand Floridian. We showed you some construction pictures earlier this week. Now it is open. You can go see the Grand Floridian Gingerbread House celebrating its 25th anniversary right there in the lobby. You can purchase gingerbread right there. It pays tribute to the past with numbers marking the debut year for certain offerings. So make sure you go over there and get a close-up look. And fans can also spot a variety of tiny Christmas trees throughout, each theme to different Disney characters. I want to see, do we have any of those in this article? I don't want to spoil everything, but if I can find one to show you as an example, I will. But I can't. Oh, well, there's one. See? That would be cute. And Stitch, I assume. So that is our top what's happening items for the day.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
And speaking of abysmal, just kidding. We have a review. This is actually an exciting one. My son loved, not so much anymore, but I'd say about 4 years ago, he was really into Planet Coaster. So Planet Coaster 2 has been released. It is available for PC and consoles. $49 for the standard edition, $64.99 for the deluxe edition. And Max and Faber, I believe, just spent the day saying, I'm getting into this thing and I'm going to write a review of it. So looks good. I mean, amazing what these things can do these days. But anyway, we do what we always did. We did what we always do for reviews now. We get our buddy Chatty to do all the hard work for us and summarize it in one simple paragraph. So this is Maxon's bottom line. Planet Coaster 2 built upon its predecessor by introducing new features like water parks, enhanced customization options, and additional ride types, including a coaster inspired by Disney's Guardian of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind. The game continues to allow players to design and manage their own theme parks, offering a blend of creativity and strategic planning. Given the anticipation and the enhancements over the original, the reviewer would likely rate this game an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
Not bad. Thank you, Chatty. I got smart finally. I said, Chatty, remember this prompt as review summary. And then I gave it the prompt. And now in the future, I can just say review summary and give it a URL.
Look at you.
Only took me about a week to figure that out. I think you're next.
And the rest.
Yeah, so a new animated feature is coming to Hulu and very soon, like next week. This is called The Christmas Comes to Wonderland. And there's it's called The Night Before Christmas in Wonderland. I was reading the rest of the headline. The Night Before Christmas in Wonderland. It's a kind of mashup of holidays and Wonderland. And the Queen of Hearts hates all things Christmas. And apparently Saint Nick, as well as Alice, the Mad Hatter, and the March Hare, will need to learn the true meaning of Christmas before it's too late.
That's original.
This stars Gerard Butler, Amelia Clark, and Ashley Simone. And it's an adaptation. I guess it was a book. But they released a trailer for it. The movie comes out November 15th, so you don't have to wait long. That'll be on Hulu.
I'm surprised that the concept of having to learn the true meaning of Christmas before it's too late hasn't been done before. Yeah.
I'm sure. No, and it's very
interesting animation style. We should get Tony to give us his take on that. That is interesting. Next up, we've got, not kind of close here, but for all you budget-minded people, you can ring in the new year at the Contemporary Resort this year. This is, of course, on New Year's Eve, December 31st. An event is being held high atop the Contemporary Resort at the Walt Disney World from 7:30 to 12:30. It is called Tiana's New Year's Adventure. Princess Tiana and Prince Devine will be there. They've stopped by to sample some of the cuisine, meet some new friends, and assist Tiana's friend, Chef Matthew. But wait, there's a twist. With the help of Mama Odie's magic, Lewis and a few of her other critter pals are going to be there as well. So throughout the night, Mama Odie will cast playful spells to help Lewis and friends stay out of sight of Tiana and Devine. However, Tiana is smart. She will get to the bottom of who crashed this party, but she'll need your help to do it. So be prepared to join the action. There will, of course, be tons of incredible food, live music, a champagne toast, midnight fireworks, and New Orleans-inspired menu. And this can be yours, including tax and gratuity, for $799.
New Orleans-inspired dining at the California Grill in Florida. That should have been the headline.
That definitely should have been the subhead. In fact, go change that now. I am so curious. I would love to. I mean, $799 is an enormous amount of money, but it's New Year's Eve event. It's pretty cool. I would love to know how this does. I hope we're able to find out if this actually does well.
Yeah. Yesterday we mentioned the Pat Tillman documentary would be part of ESPN's festivity. I don't know, not festivities. No, celebration of Veterans Day. And they announced some more details. So this is going to be from the 7th through the 11th. Will be the main celebration, and it includes Sports Center Veterans Day a special that'll be presented by USAA. That'll air originally on November 8th at 6:30 Eastern. And then First Take will have a special salute to service, also presented by USAA. That'll be on November 7th. And as mentioned, that Pat Tillman documentary will debut on the 7th. And so, yeah, just a weekend of honoring America's heroes, as it says right there.
As we should.
And then also, if you're Disneyland Paris has released a playlist of their Enchanted Christmas music. So you can listen to that over on Spotify, Deezer, and for Doobie, YouTube Music.
Am I the only one?
I don't think you're the only one, but I know that's your preferred.
It is my preferred
platform. So I thought I'd give it a special shout out just for you. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to listen to that yet, but I've loved a lot of Disneyland Paris' music, so I'm excited to listen to that. And
if you want to drink and you're a D23 member, you're in luck. There is a new beverage available over at La Cava de Tequila, the tequila bar, as it's known by everyone over in the Mexico Pavilion. It's called the Aztec Eagle Margarita. It is a new cocktail inspired by Walt Disney's 1943 honor of receiving the Order of the Aztec Eagle during his visit to Mexico City. It is served, and this is it here. Let me get a closer view. I'm not sure how visible this is here, but it is served with a D23 ice sphere, which is kind of cool looking. It honors the shared connection between the tequila bar and Disney's biggest fans. You do have to show your proof of D23 membership and hand over $23. How clever to imbibe.
Wish it was called Disney 11, don't you?
So, D23 Brazil, did you even know? I know you know, but did you even know that was happening? Dude,
I didn't know it was happening so soon. I'll
I see what I
readily admit that.
I somehow stopped my screen share, so give me 1 second.
No
D23
problem.
Brazil.
Yes, it's happening in just a few days.
Starts on Friday, which is tomorrow. I know this will surprise you guys who follow Laughing Place closely, but we will be there. Laughing Place will have reporters on site at D23 Brazil. So we have created this handy dandy guide as to what exactly is going to be going on there, translating time zones for you even, so that you can go check it out and make sure you follow along with us here at Laughing Place and everything that's going on at D23 Brazil this year.
Can I go inside LP for a second?
Oh, please do. That's what we live for.
If you knew how long of a conversation we had to have about whether or not we were going to put hashtag D23 Brazil with a Z, the American spelling, or D23 Brazil with an S, which is the regular Brazilian Portuguese spelling, that's what we do here. We make sure that
we put our time into that, far more time than it deserved. And finally, Moana 2, as you know, comes out on November 27th, and we've created this handy dandy guide for you. You know, it used to be, hey, where do I go see the movie? Whatever has a good time, a good theater. Now there's so much more to consider. There's all the giveaways that all the theaters are doing. So we've consolidated all
not about giveaways. I think things you can buy is a better.
You are so right. Silly me. So we have this guide that Tony's created so you can compare the various theaters and decide which ones you need to go to see Moana 2 and come home with the proper goodies. Also, see if the poster makes it worth going to see in 4DX as well.
The fun stuff.
And finally, this is fun for me. This got added at the very last second because my favorite movie of the year, is that accurate? Let me think. Saw a lot of good movies this year. It's been a good year. But yeah, my favorite movie of the year, Alien Romulus, finally coming to Hulu. I saw it in theaters. I was not going to pay to see it again on the small screen, but I will wait for it to come to streaming, and I only have to wait another 21 minus 7 days. November 21st, Alien Romulus is coming to Hulu. Yes. You going to watch it, Kyle?
No.
Not even on the small screen?
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I saw the Red Band trailer when we went to go see a movie, and Deadpool. That's what it would have been. And yeah, I did not look up once. I was just like,
it is a nice, scary, intense movie that I love so much. I'm so excited.
No, thank you. I don't need a chest burst or buster or whatever.
We have reached the portion of the show where Kyle shows off his immense skills regurgitating Disney history. On this day in 1994, Disneyland Resort received a new president. What was his name?
94?
94.
Pressler?
Pressler is right. His name was Paul Pressler, and he ascended to be president of Disneyland Resort.
And
ascended, I'm not sure that's
one of the most beloved characters in the Disney fandom, I believe.
Absolutely. I'm not sure ascended is the right word because he came over from the Disney store, so he at least transferred to become president of Disneyland Resort. He went on to become the head of Disney Parks and Resorts, overseeing the creation of DCA, and then he got fired. But I love Paul Pressler because
for his maintenance regimen.
In the early days of the internet, which we were a part of, we had the opportunity to interview Paul Pressler at Team Disney, which no one did back then on the internet. That just wasn't a thing. I know it's hard to believe now, but things were much different back in the early aughts. So thank you, Paul, for giving us that opportunity. And then I always love to tell this story. Did the interview, set my recorder on the table, did what I thought was a spectacular interview, get in my car, put it in to take a listen, and it's just static. I'm not sure what went wrong, but I got a terrible interview. And we literally my wife and I literally spent the entire night playing piece by piece with our ear against the speaker, trying to transcribe this thing amidst all the static, and we somehow got it done.
These days, you would drop the file into Adobe Podcast Audio Enhance and have it clear as day.
Yeah, and then just drop it over to ChatGPT to do all the transcription.
Yeah, that too.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Oh, that was it.
No, that's not it. That's not it. I forgot what we were doing. On this day in 2010, a new Disney Channel TV show premiered.
2010.
Yeah, 2010. Shut up. You know what I mean.
2010 new Disney Channel show?
Yeah, I'll give you a description.
Okay.
2 Chicago teams attempt to realize their dream of becoming professional dancers by landing spots on popular local shows.
Shake It Up?
Shake It Up. I don't think there's any relation to that. But yes, that is it.
I wouldn't have thought of it, except that I was watching that Disney Throwback channel when it first debuted, and they showed the pilot for this, and they were dancing at like an L station. So, and I've had friends that were extras on this show.
Well, that's a given. This is Zendaya and who? I don't remember the other person.
I don't remember. Wait, is it that one girl that were like Bella Thorne?
Well, now that we've said a name, we have to make sure we're right. Shake It Up stars Bella Thorne and Zendaya. And on this day in 2014, a movie came out, animated movie. I'm going to give you a chance to get it before I give it away.
Okay, animated movie 2014. Is that Frozen?
That was 2013.
Okay, so then a year after Frozen. Good to know. What came after Frozen? Is that Ralph 2?
All right, you ready for a description? See if this helps. It's a little esoteric.
Oh, okay.
A special bond develops between plus-size inflatable robot and Prodigy, who together team up with a group of friends to form a band of high-tech heroes.
Big Hero 6.
That is Big Hero 6, which came out on
the one
day.
movie that I've covered for Laughing Place in terms of like long lead and stuff.
I'm not sure what's going on in our chat right now. It's alternately making me laugh and wonder. Okay, now you can play the whistle. Still not happy. Keep trying. All right. Just kidding. Not that big a deal. All right. It's time for our football picks. Yeah. So Kyle, by the way, is 63-39. I have corrected my math. I am 55-47. Well ahead of me, but the season's only half over. I will catch you. Let's get started with the Bengals at the Ravens. Kyle, I know you. You always pick the Bengals.
I don't always pick the Bengals.
Who are you picking this time?
Ravens.
Okay, me too. The Giants at the Panthers. Whew, what a battle that is.
That's a stinky game. I mean, the Panthers won last week.
They're at home this week.
I'm going to go with, Daniel Jones threw a touchdown at home. Maybe he can throw some on the road. So
the Panthers are at home, and I got to catch up to you at some point. So I'm going Panthers.
Okay.
Patriots at Bears.
Bears.
A couple of really good games starting this week.
Apparently.
What's his name? Who's the new quarterback of the Bears? Caleb Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to USC. I am forever against him, so I'm going Patriots.
Fair enough. Is CMC back?
No.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure of that. 49ers is CMC back. He's on the practice field. Yes, he is expected to be back if all goes well on the practice field.
This is hard. I'm going to take the Niners, but would not be surprised if the Bucs take it. I mean, they took Kansas City to overtime.
The Bucs they're actually good. This quarterback of theirs, Baker Mayfield. I don't know what team let him get away, but Broncos at Chiefs. The Chiefs have to lose sometime. They can't keep skating by like this.
I know, but I'm still going to take them this week.
Not this week. Yeah, me too. The Bills at the Colts.
Bills.
Of course. This is a good game. The Steelers at the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Commies again.
I don't think that's how you say their name is a shorten.
I think it is.
Your Minnesota Vikings at the resurgent, not really, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, Vikes.
I'm going to die on this Jaguars hill for some reason.
Apparently. I mean, you could be right this week, but...
All right, the Falcons, who somehow beat my Cowboys last year, against the new coach Saints.
Yeah.
At home. New coach.
Falcons. Kirko
Pick
Chains.
those Saints. Pick those Saints, Kyle.
I don't
Yeah,
want
me
to
too.
choose this. I chose them once and it did not go well for me.
The Titans at the Chargers.
Chargies.
Oh, man, we got no difference this week. All right. The mighty New York Jets against the lowly Cardinals.
The Cardinals aren't as lowly as you'd think this year, but I'm still going to take the Jets.
I was trying to bait you into picking the Jets so I could pick the Cardinals. All right. The Eagles at the Cowboys.
Well, I know you're going to take the Cowboys, so I'll choose the Eagles for
All
fun.
right. I'm trying to catch up. I'm going with the Eagles. I will happily lose, but I'm going with the
Wow. I didn't think you were allowed to do that.
At
You're
this
going to
point-
choose your arch rival. Every time you've taken the Cowboys against the best teams, and now your arch rival, you're going to take the Eagles.
At this point, we win by losing by getting a better draft pick, so I'm kind of rooting for them.
Okay. All right.
See,
I
now
thought
I'm
you
done.
had principles, but that's all right.
Fine. The Lions at the Texans. Of course, you're picking the Lions, and so am I. And the Dolphins at the Rams.
Rams.
The Dolphins are good. They've got their quarterback back. So,
Okay.
all right. So
We'll
there
see.
we go. And then no one picked here, so let's take that up. All right. So those are our picks. Tonight's game is the Bengals at the Ravens. A good game to start the week. Really good Thursday night game for those Amazon people. I think that's it. It's not even 10 o'clock. I guess we have to kill 2 more minutes just to see if anything. Do we still get 10 o'clock
I
drops?
think Benji, I didn't know if he wanted to talk.
Oh,
or
you
if
want to
we-
say something, Benji? Oh, that's rare.
I thought he was just here for an early meeting.
Yeah, me too. All right, let's bring on everybody. The one, the only, the CEO, the man who makes it all happen, coming to us live from I don't even know where. Benjamin Breitbart. That didn't work. There we
Sao
go.
Paulo.
I
just
knew
finished
exactly what
actually-
was going to happen.
I was just on anyway because like I just finally got into my room, everything's settled, and I was like, oh, I wonder if anyone's streaming because I have no idea what time is it back home? 9:59.
Yeah, exactly.
So
5-hour
so we're-
difference.
What's it look like out your room? I've never been to Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo. Yes.
Looks
Green.
just like any place else in the world.
There's a monorail track or something like that, but there's a big gap in the middle of the track. So I don't know if it's under construction or if you need Superman to save you. Or,
Is it a Donkey Kong ride or something?
yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I have not seen a train actually go across it. So
Does
Awesome.
Delta fly there, or who's their Sky Team partner?
yes, Delta does fly here, but their partner is LATAM, LATAM. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're actually a presenting sponsor of D23 Brazil.
Can I take a moment just to?
I gotta say, so this is, I don't know if I should even say it. Well, my
Got you
flight from Atlanta was all there was two publicists from Disney World, Jared Bush. It was just all just Disney people. It was 90% Disney.
What time is it there?
It's 3 p.m. It's 2 hours over Eastern, so 5 from Pacific.
Okay.
Like I said, mere minutes ago.
Oh, sorry. Did you want to preview the expo? You want to just say anything?
No, I mean, it all starts tomorrow. I have no preview. I haven't even been to there's not a lot of, it's odd. I mean, I haven't been to the location, but it's not like Disney, like a convention center like you would expect in the United States where there's just like all these hotels around it. There are non-Western hotels, yeah, but this hotel is about an hour walk or a 10-minute drive. So it's I don't have a lot of visibility as to what's actually going to happen.
Yeah, I'm excited to see not just what happens, but what's it like there? Is it like you may not know now, but we'll find over the next few days. Obviously, follow us on social; they'll be taking care of all that. Are there as many people, or anywhere near as many people? Is it packed? What are the vendors like this? What's the feel?
Yeah, I mean, have you guys looked at the map? I think it just, it feels. I imagine it's obviously much smaller, but I was based on who was on my flight. They're obviously putting a lot of effort into it. But if they posted, which I will try and bring up, kind of gives you a sense of the scope, not the little cartoony map, but
That's not it.
So let me see if I can share my screen.
Oh, you got it. Benji Breitbart from Brazil.
Yes. Huh. That's interesting. Oh.
Now that you're there, do you feel more of the S than the Z?
You do. Well, it's weird because like I've been to a lot of other countries, but I have like a not passing knowledge of the language is completely wrong. But like I don't even know how to say thank you. And so like because you're either there with like Adventures by Disney and they give you a little bit of a rundown, or it's France, or it's places.
It's close enough to Spanish though, isn't it? Like it's
it's I think it's there you go.
And Benji's fluent in Spanish.
See. Yeah, because they spoke Portuguese on the flight. They do the announcement in English, and I could not. It was not close enough to Spanish that I've heard the announcement in Spanish. I'm not, but I've worked with a lot of Brazilians when I worked at Disney, so But anyway, okay. So you can see the.
Okay, ask one quick question. As you walk through the airport, are there like American tourist groups holding red, white, and blue flags, just kind of leaving? Never mind.
You know what? There were a lot of like guys holding. There were D20. Like obviously, a lot of people are coming from America, to help with D23. So a lot of people with like D23 flags, like holding them, and I was like, "This is funny."
Go on.
So yeah, so you can see like let me see if I can zoom in.
Enhance.
So like if you get I'm trying to think of something that like would give you some sort of concept of scale here. So like that's the arena up top, but like if you look at like the Disney World booth, which is a couple of photo ops, Radio Disney is probably a radio section, so not huge compared to like the show floor of like I would say D20 whatever they call the D3 Expo now. But still not insignificant either. But it's not just like studios like it is at Disneyland. So like, in Anaheim. So you have like a Moana 2 exhibit, a Zootopia 2, Lilo and Stitch, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, just Snow White, Tron Ares, Mufasa. Then up here you have, Inside Out 2, Cars, Toy Story, Elio, Captain America. Obviously a store, D23, there's a Percy Jackson thing, Avatar, and then a lot of different vendors.
Radio Disney still exists? Wow.
In Brazil, yeah, it's actually a big deal. I mean, bigger deal than, obviously, much bigger deal than the United States because it doesn't exist. But yeah, it's still a thing here in Brazil.
Well, cool. So we will be, as we said, tweeting that. We'll have a live blog on our website all weekend long. Benji will be covering it, and then he'll come back and tell us
Alex
about it as well. And Alex. Wasn't sure how much we wanted to, say everything.
Because you can only get one. I mean, I didn't put in for media because they need you need your I tried to do the application, and then it was like, "What's your Brazilian identification number?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is probably not meant for me." So then, but you can only make a reservation for one presentation a day. So tomorrow is just Studios Day 1, which is Disney live action, Johnny live action, Pixar animation, 20th Century animation. And then tomorrow or Saturday, they have Parks in the morning, which I'm going to go to. And then Studios Day 2, which is Marvel, Lucasfilm, and 20th Century Studios in the afternoon. So
we have a question from the peeps. Is it being held in Brazil to see if there's popularity there enough for a future theme resort?
No, that would not be. It's being held there because it's being produced by the Disney Brazil team. So, in all the different regions, they have a different team that kind of takes, is a localization team that shares their brand throughout locally. It's not it's not like every decision is made by the studios. They kind of come here to someone who knows the market locally. And so that's who's producing it. I don't think they would use this as obviously exposure to the country. It would help build the fan base. Brazil is known for having a very Comic-Con culture. One of the biggest Comic-Cons outside the United States is in Brazil. So I think it's just more of trying to find a way, fitting the culture of Brazil with the Disney audience. So we'll see how it goes. But
Let's see how we go. All right. Well, thank you for that. Follow along all weekend here in LP. And Kyle, you didn't see anything break, did you, over there?
Nope.
All right. So I guess we're done. We'll be back.
Did you guys talk? I'm just curious what your perception was. Because I'm sure you already talked about it, so I don't know why I'm talking about it now. But Star Wars news.
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
I didn't even see it. I'm sorry. What was the Star Wars news?
So Simon Kinberg, who is reportedly going to be making a new trilogy of films for Star Wars. It's unclear if it's going to be episode 10, 11, 12, or just a separate trilogy.
It just
You may know. What's that?
Sorry, it dropped after we started, at least on LP.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's obviously we've had a lot of fits and starts with these Star Wars films.
Oh, sorry.
But I don't know. It's noticeably absent from that was a mention of Dave Filoni. So I don't know but he worked with Dave Filoni on Star Wars Rebels. Simon Kinberg was a producer, at least early on Star Wars Rebels. So I don't know.
And this will be Skywalker films, according to Deadline.
I mean, I guess it seems like they are conflicted on that. The original report said yes, it's going to be Star Wars Skywalker Saga, and then they said, oh, but now we're hearing it may not be. So okay. I don't even know if they may not know the answer. But I don't know if that got leaked ahead of some announcement here at D23 Brazil. Obviously, Star Wars Celebration's happening in just about 5 months. So.
Well, I look forward to having this on our site and then never hearing about it again for 10 years.
I know, like that should be a tag. Is like cancel, announced but canceled Star Wars project.
Yeah, they're just every few years, like, hey, we got this director, and then
nothing. Because they've just done the 9 and the 2 stories, right? Despite all these other announcements.
Yeah, unless you consider the Ewoks films. But
okay.
But Simon Kinberg, you may know him as the lead on New Mutants. So great track record.
I see he produced The Martian, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. So give him some credit for that.
No, I think. Well, I mean, you can never make or break anybody, but yeah, I mean, he seems to have a good reputation. He does a lot of. He seems to be easy to work with. Seems like he gets involved in a lot of different things, like that people, he's not really too what's what I'm looking for? I don't want to say different, too difficult.
Like he's not Josh Trank.
Yeah, exactly. But
right.
I think a television thing that you watched. Oh, did you watch Designated Survivor? That feels like something you watched.
Yeah. Yes, but it didn't stay good for very long.
Oh, okay.
Kyle, do we have any other shows today?
I can double check.
I had a walk and talk yesterday that I should have put in here today. See, once again, I looked in the videos and not in the live.
No, we don't.
All right, so we'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. for our fabulous Friday edition of the Disney Morning Show. Otherwise, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you later.
Bye.